Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to the Toronto Rock Athletic Centre. It is Arena Lacrosse League playoff action on JVI Sports Network. I'm Steven Stamp, and we have semifinal number 1 underway. And the Paris Riverwolves, Travis Burton has possession, hands it off to Liam Patton, a big addition for the Paris Riverwolves. He's played a fair bit with them this year, but was active with the Buffalo Bandits in the National Lacrosse League. He's been put on the practice roster, so he is here. There's Mike Burke, their leading scorer, one of the top guns in the league. He'll get it back, and Jordan Helpe watching him tightly. They know how dangerous Burke is. On the far side, a little swim move there, and the shot just a little bit late. That was Zach Hairwires taking that shot. He is also playing for them. He's only played a couple of games this season, but he signed with the Buffalo Bandits and is on their practice squad and has made it out today. They have the weekend off, so they made him available. Big addition. He can move, he can shoot. Ball passed across to Anthony Patterson. He gets a big pick. Tries to slide underneath Kyle Pedwell, setting the pick. That shot goes wide. And the shot clock will expire on St. Catharines. Some hard work there by Brian Neufeld to get it back, but it was a little bit too late. And we'll have a restart. The 30 didn't start. There's a little bit of a glitch with it, so they want to get it started again, so they move back. Dan Keene, number 13, back. He goes over to Hairwires. Bryden Kern with the ball. Jammed along the boards. Solid D by Alec Tamas. Still working on him. Nice pass off to get it to Keene. And then Burke has it with 12 on the shot clock. Hairwires with a quick release. Goa Abrams gets a bit of it. It goes out of bounds. Abrams starting last week. It was Grant Crawley. These two have split time. Both 4-1 records this year. Abrams with a 13.55 goals against average. Crawley 12.55. So both have played well for St. Catharines. Dan Keene steps back and lets one rip, but nice check there. Mitch Dumont getting stick on stick. And then we have a swat to the head of Bryden Kern. That's going to be a penalty for Tamas. Burke gets the shot. That's stopped by Abrams. It's scooped up there. And we'll have the first man advantage of the game. Going to give him 2 for slashing, so Tamas will go to the box, and Burke will start with the ball up at the top of the power play formation. Hairwires and Kern, the lefties. Here's Keene, and down low. Just checking to see. I believe it's Colin McDowell. Haven't had a chance to see the number. It does look like him, though, and it would make sense for him to be down there. They get it back, a reset, fresh 30. Keene's going to let it fly. Oh, Abrams just got a bit of that. Helpe spins off a check, regains his balance. Hard forecheck by Hairwires. Gets it stripped eventually, but it rolls right in front of Helpe. A bit of a break for him. Patton is on him. He's got some help there from Rob King. 2 real stalwarts for this club. Cam Seneca gets the ball, the repossession, a fresh 30 for St. Catharines. They're going to see how much they can kill with 1:12 left on the penalty. Brandon Slade played a few games this year. He is on the Toronto Rock practice squad. That's why you can see the Rock helmet. He's right at home in this building. There's a shot by Brian Neufeld, stopped by Nolan Clayton, who's been a force in net for them, just getting better and better for Paris. 5-4 this year, 12.59 goals against average. Paris finished second place with an 8-6 record, scoring 13.9 goals per game. That's 5th in the league. They were 3rd, though, in goals allowed, 13.1. Shot from the outside by Hairwires up top, and it's stopped by Abrams. He's looking for an outlet pass. 36 left. It's been a 9-second difference between the penalty and the shot clock, so St. Catharines can kill most of it. There's Brooker Muir there. Thrilled to have him back. He was active most of the year with the New England Black Wolves. A couple players came back from injury, so he is on the practice squad. There's a nice little spin move. The pass through, great chance. Goes wide, just getting a bit of it was Clayton on that shot by Josh Becker. He is so dangerous, and a lovely feed by Caleb Wiles to get it to him. Brooker Muir hustling back. He'll play mostly D, but he can play up front. Muir with 21 points in the 5 games he played this year. 5 goals, 16 assists. Runs the ball very well. Shot got Abrams going down low, but Burke went just over the top of the net. Here's a chance. Breaking down is Corey Becker. He collides with Hairwires. Then Hairwires chops down with the stick. Patton scoops it up. Hairwires and Becker will have a chat. And Mike Burke has gone back to get the ball. The penalty's over. We're back to even strength. And we are over 4 minutes into the first quarter of the first semifinal. Keene, oh, he had a spot. I think Abrams may have just got a bit of it with his foot. It caromed out. It looked like it was probably off the post, but I think Abrams just grazed it, or Keene would have got the scoring going. Josh Harris blisters up the floor, hands it off. Neufeld gives it back to Slade, who will let it rip. Slade can do it at both ends of the floor. And he is running out from behind. Then now he's going to go off and let the set offense get rolling. Cameron Seneca is going to go out and try and help out Anthony Patterson. Patterson runs into the double team. And it's a strip. Jonah Beam comes up with the ball. The pass across to Burke. Doesn't quite connect, but he does get it off the boards. Burke has been out there a long time. Going back, playing some D, coming up playing O. He and McDowell throw the ball back and forth a bit. Houtby is on him. They switch it up, and Justin Pitchell jumps out to flatten Burke. They want to get sticks on him for cross-checks every chance they get. Nice pass in front, but Pike can't finish. Fresh 30, though, as it comes out to McDowell. Kern was just coming in off the bench as they thought they were going to turn over possession. He comes back to join him. That stop is made. Ball still loose. Burke working hard to try and get it back. Burke is highly skilled. 63 points in just 10 games this season, including 25 goals. But he will work, as you can see. Pass through the middle. Becker, twister. Went almost full crosshand. He went through the net and tried to play it through the crease and tried to play it, though, so that will be Paris possession. Heavy forecheck there. Caleb Wiles working hard to try and get the ball back. Nice effort by Drew Quinlan to move it ahead to Ulbicus. They beat the 10-second count. Here's Keene. He's got Kern with him. Slips through, set to pick, and they give it to McDowell. They're going to slow things down a little bit. And Josh Medeiros is 26. That's Pike with the ball. He spins and shoots, blocked right in the chest of Mitch Dumont. He hands it off to Dylan LaPrade. LaPrade's going to leave it there for Muir. St. Catharines a little higher scoring team. Not much, just 14 goals per game. 14.0 versus 13.9, so almost identical for these two teams. About a half a goal difference in the goals allowed, though. 13.1 for Paris, 13.7 for St. Catharines. So, again, similar numbers. Derek Searle has run the ball into the offensive zone. Dan Keene steps over center to avoid the over and back call. And Paris goes to the offense. We're nearing the halfway point. No goals in this game. A little strange. Burke has it. Kern with the quick release. Shoulder saved by Abrams. And Muir snags that one. Got some key defensive players coming back to these teams. Mentioned Muir and Slade for St. Catharines, and Patton for Paris. Becker trying to work his way through, but Blaze McCullough on him. The ball is stripped, and here comes Ulbicus. Look at the speed by Brandon Slade. It just pops away from Ulbicus. You could tell he was distracted by Slade chasing after him. We are at 7:09 to go in the first quarter. It's scoreless, and we'll take the first official's timeout on JVI Sports Network's presentation of the ALL playoffs. Back, lacrosse friends. St. Catharines with possession as we start the second half of this first quarter. A scoreless first 8 minutes. Unbelievable. Generally about 30 goals a game between the two teams in Arena Lacrosse League action. So to get through an eighth of a game without a goal is pretty shocking. We should have 3 or 4 by now. Paris will see what they can do about that. As Mike Burke is going to try and duck under the D. Justin Pitchell slides to help, and Burke gets flattened again. They are all over Burke with the physical play. He gets it back. Pitchell jumps out on him. Pass through in the shot. Keene is stopped, has a defender land on him, and then Pitchell gets up into his face, and Pitchell... Oh, I thought we had a penalty coming, but it looks like it'll just be a possession call, and Houtby will trot up and hand it off to Patterson. Sorry, Josh Becker. Watched by Logan Holmes. Diving attempt, trying to stay out of the crease was Caleb Wiles. He succeeded at that, but couldn't quite get it past Nolan Clayton. Big save. We remain scoreless, 6:15 to go. There's Burke once again. He will carry the ball a lot. Does great things with it, as I mentioned. Burke, 38 assists in 10 games. Curran goes up and catches that one. It's a heck of a catch. Athletic play, just go up and get it. He was watched by James Deacon. Now Slade sprinting. He's got Muir with him. Thought Muir might, oh, there's the first goal of the game. Brandon Slade thought Muir might set the pick, but instead he cut to the middle, and Slade actually just deked around behind him, bounces one home. First goal of the game with 5:50 to go. Seneca and Searle out for just the second time to face off. 5:50 to go in the first quarter, 1-0. St. Catharines jumps ahead. Ball squeaks out, and Liam Patton grabs it. Muir staying with him. The ref almost gets sandwiched, and Muir pushes him aside. Those are a couple of big, fast players there. Strong, fast players. Brooker Muir, not the tallest guy. He is solid as a rock. Hairwire's just going to take his time, toss it down, step towards the middle. Medeiros gives to Keene. He gets a pick from Burke. Takes the shot. Abrams stops it. First man there is Dumont, but Keene kind of bangs him off the ball, tries to roll it out, and it does eventually get to Burke. He didn't look like he was going to get there, but Muir just missed the ball. Got a little overexcited perhaps, and it's with 18 left on the shot clock. Paris still in possession. On the run, Keene right into the belly pad of Abrams. He's looking up the floor. Alec Pace had taken off, but a Riverwolf ran back with him to take away transition. And Muir will hand it off to Brian Neufeld. Neufeld led St. Catharines with 63 points, the exact same as Burke had in leading Paris, and it was in 10 games as well. So very obviously similar numbers. Well, Burke was 25 goals, 38 assists, and Neufeld was 18 goals, 45 assists. Turnover by Paris, and St. Catharines will run with the ball. Oh no, there's no Paris. They're going to say that there was no possession by Paris. So the 30-second shot clock expires on St. Catharines, and the Riverwolves will take the ball into the offensive end. McDowell tries to cut underneath. Now he slips to the middle, shoots, save. Trickles through, though. You can reach in and grab the ball, but Dustin Gatt was ready and got it. LaPrade hands it off. Pedwell loses the ball. It rolls into Clayton, and Paris gets the ball right back. Here comes Liam Patton. Under 4 minutes to play. Still 1-0 Paris. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the Arena Lacrosse League Playoffs on JVI Sports Network. Hairwires faked a little flip pass, and then he spins and shoots well wide. Burke tracking it down. It'll be an over and back. Logan Holmes is over there to watch the ball as Josh Becker trots to pick it up. Caleb Wiles has Neufeld coming to set a pick. Searle busts through that, working with Travis Burton. Big pick by Becker, and the shot by Wiles right into the belly pad of Nolan Clayton. Plays blown down, 3:18 to go. Searle lobs it ahead. Olbicus, what a season Brett Olbicus had. Running in a transition role. 14 games played, 17 goals, 11 assists for 28 points by Olbicus. Great season. He is a legit defender. First, there's a dunk attempt. Arm save as Abrams throws it up, turns aside the Hairwires attempt. Muir will take it ahead of the 10-second count. Patton out punishing the players with the ball. There's Jonah Beam. Head-on collision with Pedwell. And then he goes down and the ball rolls away, and Pedwell keeps whacking at him. Game getting more physical as we go. And Beam is going to go out and get ready to share the joy that he experienced getting whacked. Patterson tosses over to Wiles. Josh Becker. This pass was grabbed by Patterson. Not sure it was intended for him, but it went to him. And now it rolls to Patterson, and somebody had touched it, so he's not called for playing after going through the crease. A little cross-check to Jonah Beam in the back as he's running off. Here's Patton. Dustin Gap breaks down. Patton by him. Foot save. Comes back out to Kern. He'll shoot. Arm save. Oh, no, that's a neck guard save by Go Abrams. It was stuck in there for a second. He had to shake it out. Here comes LaPrade. Dylan LaPrade. He'll retreat with Mackenzie Mitchell coming out to pick him up. Here's Neufeld. Mitchell watches him. Starts to go underneath. Good job by Mitchell to take that away. Big pick. That was Torrey Van Every throwing the shoulder into him. Boy, the standard has been set that you can throw picks about as hard as you want today in this game. Something players always want to know is where the bar is set. That pass doesn't quite connect. And St. Catharines picks it up, heading back the other way. Dumont gets it to Slade, but Paris very good about getting their transition defenders out there. It's another big pick by Becker. He and Olbica's bang around a little. Pedwell's shot stopped by Clayton, who's been nearly perfect as we head into the final minute of the quarter, but he's still trailing because Goa Abrams has been perfect. That one goes off of Clayton, up out of play, and it'll be a fresh 30 for the Shockwave. Wiles is low. Rob King turns him up top. Oh, a shot near side, grazes off the outside of the post. Wiles going after it to try and get the loose ball. Becker reaches in, but it's Burton that gets it. Burton still has some junior eligibility left. What a tremendous young athlete. He's in his second year in the Lacrosse League. Olbicus looked like he went through the crease to try and get that. Oh, it's in Go Abrams' stick anyway. Brookermuir, they can wait for the final shot with 20 seconds left. Abrams goes to the bench. 6 attackers coming out for the Shockwave. They'll try and extend their lead, double their lead, which is 1-0 at the moment. 10 seconds. Got about 5 seconds. Behind the back, Becker. Oh, throws it too far for Patterson. And time will expire. Derek Searle tried to get a shot on the far end, but it just barely made it over half in time. It is 1-0 after 15 minutes of play. Fast-paced action, but not much scoring. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League playoff action on JVI Sports Network. Lacrosse friends, it is a 1-0 for the St. Catharines Shockwave on a Brandon Slade goal. Derek Searle and Cam Seneca battling at the dot. Paris another face-off win. This time Burton once again. Boy, he has a nose for loose balls. Gets a little pick from Searle to open up some space. Stopping Alec Pace from checking in. Paris will set up on offense. They've got 20 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Burke tosses it up top. Spencer Pike waiting for everybody to get out as there's a huge pick by Hairwires. Flattens Alec Pace. I mentioned they've set the bar high for, oh, and the shot on the run. Kind of a little excuse me shot by Mike Burke that just somehow finds its way between Goa Abrams' legs. .32 seconds into the second quarter, and Mike Burke on the run, back across the body, found a spot. Obicus gets the face-off win, picking that up, hands it over to Mackenzie Mitchell. They'll take their time setting things up. Medeiros tosses far side, and they're gradually getting their forwards on there. Keene will be the last one. Curtin sees him. Medeiros trying to work his way through. Muir turns him aside. Burke, another shot. This one was blocked by a defender. Dustin Gatt gets there, trying to get a run. It's 4-on-1 for St. Catharines. It's over to Muir. He'll fly, just rip one down low, but Clayton stops that and starts the burst back the other way. Searle has it. Took him a second to corral it, so Pitchell's out on him. Pitchell, the captain of the St. Catharines team. Searle is an alternate captain for Paris. Burke does serve as the captain. Dan Keene, the other alternate. There's Hairwires trying to get a shot off. He was covered pretty well by Quinn Halligan, and Abrams turns it aside. The alternates for St. Catharines, by the way, Brian Neufeld, number 14, the forward, and the defender, Dustin Gatt, who we've seen running with the ball once or twice. There's Pike going to the net. It's a shot off, but it almost just kind of fell out of his stick into Go Abrams' pads. Halligan hands it off. Anthony Patterson will take his time. Trying to look casual, but you can see he was ready to go underneath if Blaze McCullough hadn't been sharp. That quick stick by Neufeld goes wide. It's going to be tracked down by Patterson with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Swim move. Dan Dawson-esque swim move. There's the outlet pass, though, after the stop by Clayton. McCullough, after a good defensive shift, runs in transition. Nothing's there, so he pulls up, hands it off there to Mackenzie Mitchell. Paris taking their time setting up. Curran watched by Dumont. There's a pick by Hairwires. That's going to be flicked back towards him in his general area, but too far, so it's going to be blown back in. Oh. Now we have a penalty coming behind the play. I think somebody may have whacked Zach Hairwires. He has been throwing some vicious picks, and it's Hairwires that is going. I think somebody, Alec Tamas, may have been upset and let him know it. Hairwires responded with a slash, and he'll go to the box. So it's 12:22 to go. Power play for St. Catharines. There's Josh Becker, up at the top. That's Patterson taking the pass. Quick release by Neufeld, but Clayton had no trouble with that. Burton ran into the double team and loses the ball. It's a fresh 30 for St. Catharines. They'll reset the power play. Becker's still at the top, over to Wiles. He's got Neufeld down low now. Couple of fakes. Shoots, arm save. Clayton stays in play. Bounces off the backboards right out, just past Olbicus, and Becker gets things started. Hard shot from the top, but no problem for Clayton. He saw the ball well, made the stop. Patton trying to track it down, gets there, picks it up, shoots, scores! Beautiful play by Patton. Great footwork to manage his speed and his positioning so he could pick that ball up and have a chance to shoot, and does so to make it 2-1 for St. Catharines. So 11:36 to go after the shorthanded marker by St. Catharines. Sorry, by Paris. Great play again by Patton to pick that one up. The lob pass ahead from Clayton. Oh, from Olbicus, sorry, it lobbed it ahead. A little bit of time, 45 seconds left on the power play for St. Catharines, but the ball will be scooped up by Olbicus. He's on the run. He's got Burton with him, sets a little pick. Olbicus, cheeky little underhand toss over to the far corner. McDowell gets pinned along the boards. 4 Shockwave players in. Pentwell was actually, I think he's cross-checking his own guy there for a bit. There's a shovel pass across. The shot by Burton, stopped by Abrams. Nice play by Zach Sloan to flip the ball out of traffic and create a scoring chance for Burton. Jamie McMahon almost picked off that pass. There's another one that's high from the Shockwave, but it will roll over to Caleb Wiles. 6 left on the power play. Probably not going to take a shot here. Don't want to risk a breakout. Shot and a goal. That's Kyle Pedwell. Zach Hairwires was just standing in the door of the penalty box, apparently hoping that they would take a shot and that St. Catharines would take a shot and they would get possession back, but didn't work out very well for him. 4:45 into the second. We're tied 2-2 after Pedwell banged that one through the legs of Nolan Clayton. It's going to be St. Catharines with possession off of the face-off. It was a nice play, actually, by Zach Sloan to knock away one St. Catharines player's stick to let the ball roll through, but he didn't have any teammates there to grab the ball. So the Shockwave get it. Neufeld backpedaling. Tries to move past King. Lobs it to Wiles, who passes across. Patterson's shot stopped by Clayton. We're going to have a penalty coming to Anthony Patterson. I think it's going to be delay of game because he kept fighting and kept checking after play had been blown down, possession awarded. Whatever you call it, it means a Paris power play. 2-2 with 9:45 to go here in the second quarter. Burke at the top. Goes back over to Hairwires. Hairwires takes it again. Wants to shoot. Does. Abrams stops it. Keene grabbed the ball out of the crease. Went full back or crossover. But he was stopped again. Now they get it ahead to Josh Harris. He shoots, and that one goes off the arm and then the post. Slade snags the rebound, runs out of trouble, and will throw it across to Harris. Those two very familiar with each other, teammates at Brock University. Now it's Cameron Seneca. Hands it off to Pedwell. Pedwell stumbles all on his own. Patton right on top of him. Couldn't get there as he fell. As Pedwell jumped back up. Down to 5 to shoot. Cam Seneca will try and get a shot off. Had to force that a little bit and wasn't able to get it on net. The 30 expires. Mackenzie Mitchell will step across center for Paris and hand it off to the offense, Burke. The first touch gets it over to Keene. Down to McDowell. Still 40 seconds on the penalty. Quick stick release by Curran, but it didn't get on net. He went over the top, so Keene will just let one rip. Hairwires can't get there. So 30 was going to expire anyway. And St. Catharines can kill the remainder of the penalty. There's 28 seconds left on the penalty to Patterson. And they have a fresh 30. Wiles makes the pass after killing some time. Had 3 players on him. There's the pass behind the back. Shot by the cutter. Wiles carried the ball for a while, then got open. He is deadly behind the back, but couldn't quite connect that time. Searle runs it up, hands it off to Burke. Searle's going to stay and play a little offense. Almost got that ball back, but Muir knocks it away from him. Those two were actually teammates at one point with the New England Black Wolves. There's a pass off the boards. Oh, great diving play by LaPrade. Creates a chance for Tamas, but Patton gets there quickly and takes it away. 15 on the shot clock. We are past the midway point. Next stop, non-goal stop, should be the officials' timeout. 2-2 score here, Paris and St. Catharines. There's a chance for Slade, but there's Logan Holmes just stripping that ball. Great job, but St. Catharines, excellent work to get 3 forwards back. One of them is Brooker Muir, who does play D and throws a big hit there. Burke takes it. 15 on the shot clock. Nicely covered, so he's going to throw it back up top. McDowell to Pike. Burke's got a bit of room now. Passes across. Oh, it slips out of the stick of Bryden Curran. Looked like he might have Abrams moving. Now a break for Harris. Shoots far side. Just off the arm. Stopped from going out of play. Nice job by James Deacon. And St. Catharines maintains possession. Oh, what a play! Brooker Muir takes the pass from Torrey Van Every, catches it with his stick to his right. He's a lefty. With his stick to the right of his head, and just does a twister in one fluid motion back against the green just inside the post. Gorgeous goal, 3-2. The Shockwave have pulled ahead by 1, 6:23 to go in the second quarter. It's Searle and Seneca again. Seneca's been out there for pretty much all the faceoffs. I think Paris did switch up their guy a little bit. Nice hustle by Medeiros to get that ball and possession for Paris, out fighting Jordan Houtby. Travis Burton will take it. 6 minutes to go here in the second. Burton got it to Keene, and the offense is coming on for Paris. Keene thought about shooting. He convinced Pedwell, or LaPrade, but then ran in a bit, went for the twister, and that was stopped by Abrams. Boy, goal Abrams has been sharp. So is Nolan Clayton. Both goalies doing a good job. The defense is helping them out. As we mentioned, a lot of solid defenders playing for these two teams. They're very much defensive-oriented clubs. Pedwell trying to cut underneath, tucks back up. Pass through to Van Every. That one didn't connect. Big hit by Pedwell. Absolutely laying the lumber down on Zach Sloan. It's the figurative lumber. And then a bit of a grab. Grabs him by the jersey. No call as he tugged the jersey and then rode him to the ground. Bit of a break for Pedwell there to get away with that hold. Seneca has it up on an offensive shift. He'll play at both ends of the floor for St. Catharines, in addition to his face-off duties. Neufeld gets some space, but misses, and then Pace couldn't pick it up. Oh, a bit of a break there for Paris. Looked like Clayton was beaten. Now they're going to break it down the floor the other way. Penalty coming to St. Catharines. Curran switches hands. Alec Pace gives him a bit of a push into the boards. Pace thought he was getting called for something, and now he sees it's the too many, and there was a player way early off the bench. So with 4:29 to go and St. Catharines up 3-2, Paris will go to the man advantage. And all right, so no penalty shot. They do go with 2 minutes for illegal substitution, so Paris trailing by 1 with the man advantage. Burke shoots it hard, and Abrams makes yet another save. Pass by Harris ahead. Oh, picked off by Olbicus. What a great play to snag that. But sorry, that was Zach Hairwires, who ran back from the offensive zone. Slade would have been all alone in shorthanded. Burke behind the back to Keene, who tried to do something with it before he had it. He is battling to get it. Gatch shoves him down. Burke gets it, but runs over a man. Oh, Keene has all the net to shoot at. Goa Abrams went to get involved, and it does not pay off for him. A power play goal makes it 3-3. .351 to go here in the second quarter, and we're all tied up at 3. Boy, and that goal was really made by the effort of Burke and Keene, just battling for the loose ball, and Abrams got involved. It cost him. Olbicus' shot actually knocked the stick out of Brandon Slade's hands, but it went wide. Muir comes up with the Lucy. Muir fending off Drew Quinlan's checks. Changes direction, turns back around. He's got one hand and shovels it across, trying to get to Torrey Van Every, who actually had the ball for a moment, but really couldn't do a whole lot with it. He was fighting to keep his balance, not step in the crease and try and control the ball. Could not manage all three. Here comes Quinlan. Burke kind of collided there with Mackenzie Mitchell coming off the floor. But here's a drive to the net. Well, McDowell just got by everybody. Was stopped, though, and then Bryden Kern picks off that outlet pass. It's intended there for Corey Becker. There's an outside shot by Burke that's blocked. And Dumont, didn't quite manage to grab the ball. McDowell shoves it ahead. Burke comes up with it. St. Catharines gets possession now. Lob pass from Pitchell. Becker has it. He's got a man trailing. He's got Dumont. And the man off the bench is Neufeld. Big save. Nolan Clayton back against the green. Looked like Neufeld had him, and Clayton somehow managed to leave the trail arm back behind and make that block to keep the score 3-3. 2:15 to go here in the first half. This is semifinal action of the Arena Lacrosse League. I'm Steven Stamp. There's a shot from outside by Wiles, stopped by Clayton. Logan Holmes is running. Wiles corkscrew strip check. Great play. And then Holmes returns the favor, and the ball rolls up the floor. Snagged there by Blaze McCullough. Appropriate name for him because he can blaze up the floor. He is really quick for a big guy. Another jersey grab. And then Wiles. This time it was Wiles. And then a couple of cross checks. I think he probably enjoys the chance when he gets stuck on D to cross check some guys. Return the favors that they pay him. Ball pops loose, picked up by St. Catharines. Here comes Harris. Neufeld's off the bench, but he is picked up by Olbicus. They do get it to Becker, and Patton picks him up immediately. Extends. Becker gets underneath. Nice play by Patton to fight back. He got beat. Definitely took a bad angle there, but managed to recover. Becker, all kinds of pressure. Great pass. Olbicus gets it ahead to Quinlan. Over to Jamie McMahon. He'll stop, start, stutter, slow it down, and pass it off. Nice play by the veteran McMahon. Hairwire's going in. Little soft shot over the top of Abrams, but it's over the top of the net too. Burke to Hairwires. 5 to shoot. That one's blocked by Helpy. That one's knocked wide as McDowell tried to shoot it. Great defensive shift by St. Catharines. Slade gets it, whips it ahead, can't quite connect with Wiles. He was on the run. He would have been going backhand there, and it would have been dangerous, but it skipped off his stick. 36 seconds to go in the half. 10-second difference in the shot and game clock, so Paris can't wait for the final shot. They're going to want to use the whole 30, so there's only about 10 seconds left for Paris, and they'll have to, for St. Catharines if they get the ball. They'd love to get a shot and a reset if they can't score. Burke circling, 5 seconds to shoot. They're trying to be patient. It's going to turn out to be maybe too patient. Oh, what a chance. Muir is checked by Pike into Roger Nurse. Nurse recovers. Now, there may be a penalty coming. Got 6.1 seconds to go here in the half. Penalties to Pitchell and Olbicus. It remains 5-on-5, but, of course, Abrams is on the bench. St. Catharines took their timeout, has 6 attackers out. They're going to start mid-floor with Patterson. He runs in. 5, 4. They get to Wiles. Feeds it through. A nice save by Clayton. They got the shot. Brian Neufeld down on top of the crease, and Clayton with the big save. And we will go to the half, tied 3-3. Exciting Arena Lacrosse League semifinal action on JVI Sports Network. I'm Steven Stamp. We'll be back with the rest of the game. Make sure you stay with us. Seneca and Searle back at the dot. Roger Nurse has put the ball down, and everybody is over to our left. Watch them run into the screen. Slade overruns the ball. Olbicus gets it, but there were 7 players over on that one restraining line. A lone Paris Riverwolf over to our right, and then the 2 players in the faceoff circle. I have never seen that alignment before, and it was pretty interesting. Paris comes up with the possession, as they have many times in this game. Keene, though, loses that ball and is going to be snagged here by Alec Pace. He's got Muir trailing. Muir with a goal and an assist, and a shot and a goal by Pace. I think Clayton thought he was going to the far side. Pace kind of went slight twister and moved it back across past the left foot of Nolan Clayton. 29 seconds in. We're on the board in the second half. Rob King out to take the face-off this time. 29 seconds into the third. It's 4-3 for St. Catharines. Seneca wins it, and Slade snags the ball on full run, but Paris gets back and takes away the opportunity to drive to the net. Wiles, watched by Logan Holmes. Picked up there and shoots and scores, spinning and falling. Oh, and it looks like we have an injured Riverwolf down on the turf. That's Blaze McCullough, who has gone down. He was checking Wiles and looked like he was kind of losing his balance as Wiles spun and fell to the turf. McCullough went with him and has come up lame after the 2-goal lead was established by Wiles 50 seconds into the third. We've got the same face-off alignment again as we get going here. Searle and Seneca, and 7 to their left. And it's the man back to the right. Travis Burton gets it. And ahead, and the shot and the goal by Josh Medeiros. We'll see if that puts an end to that lineup, as it worked out awfully well for Paris. They pull back within 1. So we had a low-scoring first half, just 6 goals, 3 each. But in the first 57 seconds of the second half, we've got 3 more goals. It's 5-4 St. Catharines. The ball pops out of the face-off scrum. Helpy winds up with it. He is trapped, shovels it ahead to Muir. Nice work by Helpy and Muir. Muir's just going to ward off his man Burton. Some help from Patton. Medeiros jumped in as well. He's covering Brian Neufeld. Neufeld tries to run in open space. Nice defense, though, by the Riverwolves. And eventually, it's going to be Patton coming up with the ball. He's got Medeiros with him. He's being trailed by Houghton. He goes to the net. Dive shot, but it's stopped by Goa Abrams. Medeiros off to Burke. The offense will set up. It's 5-4. We're coming up to a couple minutes into the third. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League semifinal action here on JVI Sports Network. There's a pass through to Keene. stays out of the crease, throws a couple of hard fakes, has Abrams leaning and tucks it home. Great job by Keene for another one. We are 1:54 into the second half. I'll tell you, we are going with that same face-off alignment, which is an odd one. Logan Holmes will have the ball, but boy, 6 goals in the first 30 minutes and now 4 in the first 2 minutes of the second half. Making it 5-5. Keene has the ball again after that last goal. And then a late bump from LaPrade. Bryden Curran down in the corner. Up to Hairwires, gets away from him. Slade's got it. Burke is back. Slade's running. He's got LaPrade with him. Just turns and fires. That one's stopped by Nolan Clayton. Patton had rushed in from the bench. He grabs the ball. He's got Burke trailing them. And you can hear them communicating from all the way up here. And Patton just lobs it up to him. There's Logan Holmes. Flips it to Patton. With 10 seconds left on the shot clock. I'm not sure how there's no illegal picks called in this game. St. Catharines all over Pike. And they're just going to run out of time. Nice aggressive defense by Dustin Gatt and Alec Tamas. And St. Catharines gets the ball back. We're 3 minutes into the third quarter. All these players trying to show their wares. This is the Premier Development League for the National Lacrosse League. And with 2 expansion teams coming last year, you know some of these players will be up in the top pro league in the world. That shot by Wiles is turned aside, but it comes straight back out to Pedwell. He'll give it to Becker, and they'll set up again. Rob Koger on him, a little pick there. He grabs on. St. Catharines wanted to hold. Not going to get one. Becker, oh, great trail check. Becker's still working hard for it, but Mackenzie Mitchell stripped the ball, and then it's picked up by Drew Quinlan. Nice job to take it away from Becker, who is a big, strong, and very athletic player. Leaves it there for Keene. McDowell one-on-one. Nice work there by Corey Becker. Curran switches hands, which he tends to do. Sometimes to good effect, sometimes, I don't know. There's a shot by Hairwires. He's going to track down the loose ball and get a fresh 30 for the Riverwolves. The pass doesn't connect, but Burke is there to snag it. Becker's way up to get a check on him. There's a glove on the floor. It's Hairwires, that orange Buffalo Bandits glove. Pitch will give him a whack while he's putting it back on. Burke, sidearm pass. Pike up to Keene. He'll let it fly. Save, 5-hole. Abrams had it. There's nobody breaking up the floor anyway, so it didn't matter that he couldn't get it out right away, but here they come. Behind the back pass from Torrey Van Every. He gets it back, behind the back shot. The pass worked out a little better than the shot as that one went up off the turf into the mesh. Patton on the run. Mura tracking him down. Again, the referee caught between 2 players. Pike down to Curran. Gets it back, driving to the net. Dustin Gadd on him and some help from Alec Pace, so they'll go up to Keene. Hard pass, quick release. Colin McDowell. Nice shot, and you can see Roger Chrysler, the St. Catharines D coach, is not particularly happy. Serlin Seneca with the 7 to the left. It's 6-5. Paris has pulled ahead. And they've got possession. Travis Burton with the ball. Watched there by Slade. It's going to be the first lead for the Riverwolves since they were up 2-1 when Liam Patton scored shorthanded. And that was early in the second quarter. Again, there was just 1 goal in the first quarter. Here's Slade. Gets a little pick, and then, Quinn Halligan had slipped through to the middle on the roll off the pick. And they couldn't get it to him, and the shot was stopped by Clayton from up top. Holmes will stay out for offense. Burke on his offside. McDowell was cutting, nicely picked up by Corey Becker. Way off on the far side, and there's Curran switching hands again and again. Holmes catches that pass, tries to get it through to McDowell, who went through the crease. It's grabbed by Goa Abrams. Josh Harris gives it to Brooker Muir. Jonah Beam out on him, and Neufeld takes the pass. Muir loves to put that right arm out and just protect himself and his stick. He's so strong he can do it with the one arm, and a diving shot. No goal as Muir landed in the crease. The ball did go in, but Clayton got enough of it that it trickled slowly over the line. And by the time it did, Muir was laying in the blue paint. Here's Dan Keene with a couple of goals today. Tries to shovel it back over to Burke. Didn't quite connect. High pressure from Tamas, who's staying with Burke. Roughs him up. You can tell they want to play a physical game against Burke. I've mentioned it before. He is actually flattened into the crease. Gets out as Keene comes to the net, and he is hit, and the penalty coming. You can hear the hard plastic on plastic. We'll see what the call is. You can hear Roger Chrysler on the bench arguing that it was stick-on-stick contact. Roger Nurse saying it was to the head. And there's a chance right away for McDowell. He's stopped, knocked into the crease by Pitchell. That ball, even if that ball had rolled in there, it wouldn't have counted, obviously. The player in the crease, plus it was tapped, not picked up. You can reach into the crease and grab the ball, but you have to have it in your mesh and propel it that way. You can't just whack it like a hockey shot. St. Catharines shorthanded, 10 on the shot clock. Patterson underneath shoots. Clayton got just enough of that one. Blaze McCullough, good to see him back out on the floor. And looking all right as he runs off to the bench. Olbicus will hand it off to Hairwires to start the power play. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Paris. Pike down to Curran, 3 lefties. That's Hairwires at the top, watched by Slade. Pass down low to McDowell. Hard shot by Pike. Goes off of Mitch Dumont and will roll the length of the floor. That'll do it for the 30-second shot clock. 52 left in the penalty. Start with possession, shorthanded, and Tori Every with the ball. Immediate, oh, I thought they were going to double team. But Medeiros is just kind of hanging back as Searle takes Van Every one-on-one. Paris seems content to let St. Catharines stay on the outside. Searle running with him. Tries a little corkscrew check, can't get it away from him. Fake pass by Van Every. There's a pick by Neufeld. Searle fights through it. Now some help coming from Medeiros, or from Olbicus. Van Every still has it. Olbicus knocks him backwards. And effective 30-second kill by Tori Van Every. Kind of like a summer kill with them. Happy to just let him run around. And but they knew it would, well, for him to just hold on to it himself and rag, but they knew the 30 would eventually expire. But now they've only got 6 seconds left on the power play. And a shot by Hairwires with 2 seconds left on the man advantage. Could have been dangerous if it was stopped, but that becomes irrelevant as it bangs home off the pads of Goa Abrams. Rob King out for the faceoff against Seneca. Again, 7 to the left. Ball still up for grabs. Seneca trying to get it. Looks like Burton will come up with it. Swims through a few. Oh no, it pops away. Slade's got it. He's 1-on-3. Burton all over him. And Slade will just roll it to Alec Pace, and St. Catharines will set up. They trail 7-5. We've got 5:40 to go here in the third quarter of the first Arena Lacrosse League semifinal. We'll have a new champion this year as the Oshawa Outlaws lost in the first round. There's a shot from the outside by Patterson, stopped by Clayton. Nice play by Burton to shovel it ahead. That young man is maturing before our eyes, turning into a tremendous lacrosse player. Pitchell running with Burke. Nice job to keep the quick-footed Burke from getting underneath. Pick and repick from McDowell. Now he gets the pass, and Burke is banged into the boards by Corey Becker. That shot hooked down and up out into the mesh. LaPrade sprints up the floor. Neufeld has it. Quinlan was picking him up. Lob across to Seneca all the way on the far side. He's just inside the restraining line. That's two-man defense. Seneca's pass up, gets to Becker. Big pick by Van Every and a huge hit in the middle by Quinlan on Becker as he gave up the ball. And the shot clock expires. It had been turned over anyway. And Drew Quinlan will run up the floor. Leaves it there for Keene. Keene, the only player with more than one goal in this game. He's got a pair, along with an assist. Kern with Gatt on him. Keene had to go up for that pass. 10 on the shot clock. Gets under Tamas. Fights off the check from Tamas. Gets a shot at Abrams. Takes away the near side. Looked like he might have been leaving some room on his post, but eventually closed it down. Keene gets it back. Fresh 30. Big tangle with Burke and Mitch Dumont. We've got a righty Dumont over there on Burke. See if the Riverwolves can exploit that matchup. You can see Burke wants the ball, but it was a dive to the net, shot at goal. Oh, Hairwires banged it in, and then Hairwires the slash on the leg. He's going to go for that. Oh, no, they're not going to call a penalty, just a possession. Wow. Zach Hairwires is an aggressive player. That slash right on the leg as they were sitting in the crease, and it was right in front of the official. But they elect to let it go, and here comes Caleb Wiles the other way. He forces a shot off, or fights to get a shot off, just misses with it. Clayton comes up with that ball after an attempt by Neufeld. Olbicus running the floor. Got McDowell trailing him. McDowell slips to the middle, gets the pass, shoots. Oh, had Abrams going the wrong way. It's off his foot, and it'll be a fresh 30 for the Riverwolves. 3:15 to go in the third. 7-5 Paris leads. They finished second, St. Catharines third in the league, but they were tied with 8-6 records. So obviously we expected a close game between them. We've got one. Burke has it. Paris trying to pull ahead a little more. Keene's stick is being tangled up. And here comes Brooker Muir all alone. Nobody near him. He's being trailed by Slade. He scores. It doesn't matter. Muir runs the floor and buries one. And Dan Keene is still arguing for holding the stick call. Kind of hard to disagree with him. He was trying to pull his stick out and it was trapped. Seneca pulls it back. And Dumont on it immediately, but Riverwolves all over him. Tried to get the pass through to Becker, but couldn't. It's snagged by Patton. Becker kind of grabs him around the shoulder and tries to pull him, but the ball rolls into Clayton and gets ahead to Burton, who hands it off to Kern. Nice calm clear by the Riverwolves, getting the ball out of their own end. 2.5 to go in the third. 7-6 Paris ahead. Pike to Burke. Keene with the pick and roll and drops the pass. He was all alone on top of the crease if he'd been able to pick it up. Curran tied up with a player. Here comes a man off the bench to take away Becker's chance. That's off the foot of Clayton, but it stays in play, and Neufeld gets it. He's picked up by Curran, who's back for a defensive shift. Corey Becker hands it off to Torrey Van Every. Neufeld trying to clear some space for him. The shot by Van Every, but Clayton just nonchalantly throws the shoulder up, makes that little save. It's Mackenzie Mitchell sprinting up into the offensive zone. He'll circle back towards the bench in favor of an offensive player. We've just got 9 seconds on the shot clock, so Curran started to come out. He's just going to go back and let Hairwires try to produce something. He does. A good scoring chance with a foot save by Goa Abrams. Muir takes the pass. Getting it from James Deacon there. Deacon circles down by the crease, but they're slowing things down. We're nearing the final minute of the third. Tight semifinal action here in the Arena Lacrosse League. The winner will advance to the Arena Lacrosse League Cup tomorrow, Sunday, at 1 o'clock. They'll face the winner of the second game today, which will be between the Whitby Steelhawks and the Toronto Monarchs, who finished first and got a bye in the quarters, just trying to see if that ball would be reset. You can't score on a shot with the head of your stick behind the goal line, but you can reset the clock. That's what Cam Seneca was trying to do, was just bounce the ball off of Nolan Clayton. He may have been trying to bounce it in, thinking that would count. It would not count as a goal. But if he could get it to bounce off Clayton, they could recover possession. That pass doesn't quite get through to Slade. Beam goes after it, bounces away from him. Searle couldn't get it, but Jamie McMahon has the ball. Oh, he takes a whack from Caleb Wiles. Runs over, gets himself trapped. Oh, nice job eluding the double team. And then Keene grabs the ball. What a play by Jamie McMahon. He is one of the smartest and most agile lacrosse players you will see. Penalty, or the final 9 seconds. So Clayton has gone to the bench. 6 attackers out, 6 seconds. Hairwires to Pike. He comes in, shoots, scores! Bouncer somehow fit it between Abrams and the post with 1.8 seconds to play in the third. Huge goal for Paris to grab them some momentum back. That'll make it. And we're not even going to bother with the face-off. It's just a formality. We do go to the final 15 minutes. 8-6 Paris. I'm Steven Stampich, Arena Lacrosse League playoff action on JVI Sports Network. The crowd is to the right this time. 7 players down on that restraining line as Seneca and King battle for it. We're going to have a loose ball push called by Roger Nurse. And St. Catharines gets the first possession. They trail 8-6 as we are 15 minutes from crowning a winner here and a finalist, unless we go to overtime. And it creeps a little closer on the outside rip by Brian Neufeld. Neufeld averaging 6.3 points per game coming into this game, or in the regular season. Had 7 last week in the playoffs, but just 1 assist to this point, and then 12 seconds into the fourth quarter, he gets St. Catharines back within 1. Huge scrum along the boards, and Searle slips in to grab it, gets possession for Paris off the faceoff. Medeiros gives it up to Burke. They're isolating him on the parade. Now Keene comes over to set a pick. The pass to Kern doesn't quite connect. They've got 7 left to get a shot off. Kern's going to rip one. It was actually changed by Pace, but Abrams made the stop. Pace took off up the floor, but Paris, again, as they've done so many times, doing a good job getting their defensive transition, or the transition defense, in position. Tori Van Every with a fake. Gives it to Neufeld, the last goal scorer. It's 8-7 for Paris. Just under a minute into this fourth quarter. I'm Steven Stamp, Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network. It's the semifinals. The winner to the All Cup tomorrow. Shot clock expires. Paris will get the ball. They've got a man up the floor. Curran has it. Great hustle coming off the bench by Corey Becker to alter the shot. Curran is very fast. He was actually kind of trotting along. May not have realized Becker was coming until it was too late. Pike, who scored the goal with 1.8 seconds left in the third. That's McDowell over to Burke. Keene there to set a pick. Gatt staying with Burke. Hard pass across. Spinning shot by McDowell, stopped by Abrams. Mitch Dumont, the veteran, very calmly makes that the simple behind the back pass to get it to Corey Becker and run it out of trouble. Liam Patton's on him. Becker going to the net. Nobody had him for a second. And then he was picked up by Zach Sloan. Ball pops away from a St. Catharines player. Seneca held on to the stick of one Paris player, but Quinlan was able to go. Quinlan just kicking it with his feet because he doesn't have his stick now. No way he can win that, is there? No, there isn't. Deacon got it ahead. There's sticks all over the floor. Nice job by Patterson to just pitchfork that one over towards the wall. 10 on the shot clock as Patterson gets this one. He's one-on-one with King. Shoots, bouncer. Looked like it was heading to the top corner, but just goes wide. That's going to be an over and back. And it'll be Paris possession. Slade stays there to make sure Ulbicus can't get a quick restart and generate something immediately. Burke with the bounce shot. Lands way in front of the crease and heads up into the mesh. Dylan LePrade had taken off, and Abrams saw him, and you could see he was thinking about it, but decided to just throw the short pass to Pace instead. Here is Kyle Pedwell. That was almost picked off by McMahon, but there's a shot. Ball bounces out of the stick of Clayton. Great job to snag it there by Medeiros, and the long pass hits Hairwires. He's got Keane off the bench, feeds it to him. Big save, Abrams. Keane was a little further than he would have liked to have been. Might have actually been a good shot, chance for behind the back there. But still a great save by Abrams as Keane got a nice chance. Good pass by Hairwires after the lovely lead pass. Seneca gets it through to Patterson as he's falling. Logan Holmes scoops that one up. Holmes ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell's one-on-one with Harris. Spun and thought about the shot, but it wasn't there. 15 on the shot clock as Pike being worked over by Gatt. Puts his shoulder down. Gatt comes back for the trail check, but Pike hangs on to the ball. 6 seconds, and Burke rips it, misses. Almost back straight into his stick. Just skipped by him. That'll be an over and back as Clayton will stop the ball in the corner. 10:22 to go, 8-7. Paris still ahead. And just a simple little bounce shot by Pedwell somehow finds its way through Clayton. These goalies have made a lot of solid saves today, but Clayton just a little soft on that one. So St. Catharines with the only 2 goals of this fourth quarter in the first 4 minutes and 43 seconds. And now they have possession of the ball off the face-off. Slade thinking about going to the net. Nice job by Travis Burton to turn him aside. Throws it back up to LaPrade. He's going to hand it off to Neufeld and head to the bench. Brooker Muir, little fake. It's the pick from Neufeld, goes to the far side, and Patterson back to Neufeld, rips it. That one's off Clayton and up out of play. It'll be a fresh 30 for the Shockwave. We are tied 8-8. Searle spins Neufeld. Muir takes and hands it back to Neufeld. There's no call there. Pass back, doesn't connect, but Wiles is able to grab it. Dead overhand from Wiles. And Clayton wins the battle for that loose ball. Lobbed ahead. Oh, it fell out of his stick. Oh, and Neufeld can't believe he didn't get that one. Neufeld pointing saying it went off Clayton, but no, he just missed the net. That eventually worked its way over center. And it's an over and back. Paris gets possession. Went out of play as well, I think, into the crowd. So Paris with the ball. We near 9 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter, all tied up 8-8. Remember, each of these teams scored about 14 goals per game in the regular season. There's a shot that doesn't get through from Pike. So this is a low-scoring game. Neither is really likely to get up near 14. There's a drive to the net and a goal. Hairwires through traffic. Not a lot on that shot, but he gets it perfectly into the top corner past the shoulder of goal. So St. Catharines had battled back, but with 9 minutes to go, Hairwires restores the Paris lead. They're up 9-8 here in the fourth quarter, and possession for the Riverwolves as Obelkus gets it, hands it off to Burke. Goes to McDowell, who spins, shoots a little sidearm bouncer. That one's wide, and it's going to be Muir coming up with it. He is 1-on-3. He's got the trailing Alec pace. He'll just slow things down. Torrey Van Every wanted the ball, but they're going to wait. Becker with it. Van Every stripped, and the ball doesn't even get on net. It's grabbed there by Jonah Beam. The goal was announced as Burke from Hairwires, so we'll see if you can go back and take a look. I don't have the replay, but go ahead and take a look, see what you think. Looked to me like Hairwires just kind of drifted the shot over, but I may have just missed it. Keane ducks underneath, falling, gets it over to Curran though, and Curran will deposit it. Keane tripped over his man and wound up, instead of shooting, just creating a rolling pass over to Curran, who taps it home. Curran's Johnny on the spot goal at 7:11 of the fourth quarter makes it a 2-goal lead again for the Riverwolves. Seneca and Searle really battling for that one, and eventually it's pulled out and snagged there by Obelkus. He's going to run into trouble, gets a little help from Searle. Paris with possession again. Long outside shot by Hair Wires. Then the one-hand whip pass. There's a man in the crease, so they can't shoot. Now they can. Burke has it. 8 on the shot clock. Slade on him. Takes a look behind him. They go behind the net. Dunk attempt by Hair Wires. He just ripped that ball at the goalie. And we will have the officials' timeout. 7:12 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 10-8 Paris in the first Arena Lacrosse League semifinal of the day. I'm Steven Stamp. This is ALL Action on JVI Sports Network. Hit the ball for the Shockwave. They trail by 2. They've got 7 minutes and 11 seconds to come back and at least tie things up. See if they can't pull ahead and get a win here. Be interesting if they do win to see who they go with in the final tomorrow in net. Patterson is stripped. And then nicely tied up there by Mackenzie Mitchell, who will take the outlet pass from Clayton. Grant Crawley played last week in the quarterfinals. Today, Goa Abrams, very solid in the semis. Mitchell still with the ball. He's had it for about 15 seconds, gets it to Pike eventually, and Burke will throw it down to McDowell. Set to pick, there's the roll. Coming back out, Pike's gonna... Burke has the stick up, but Pike will try a shot. That one goes well wide, and Brooker Muir will run onto it. There's a battle to see. There's a race to see whether that was going to be a 30-second clock violation or an over and back. Either way, it is St. Catharines' possession, and Tori Van Every has the ball for them. Picked up by Patton. Nice strip by Jamie McMahon. McMahon takes off up the floor, takes a quick look, sees there's no outlet, and gets to the bench. Like I said, very smart lacrosse player. Shovel pass by Quinlan, gets it to Keene. He's got Gad on him. Notices him, passes along the boards. Hair Wires. Shoots it far side, but it's blocked. And LaPrade makes the pass ahead. Harris running at the net. He's got a man with him. Passes it back to Slade. Great play by Harris. Great finish. Mentioned they are Brock Badger's teammates. They have worked together before. And Slade with the beautiful goal to pull. Dustin Gatto giving Cam Seneca a bit of a break on this faceoff. It'll be against Eric Searle. 6 are down. 5:37 to go. 10-9 the score. Searle pulls it out and another faceoff win. This time it's Patton coming up with the ball. Hair Wires runs through traffic but then throws it away, and that creates a breakout for Alec Pace. Oh, what a save by Clayton. Pace gets it back. Thought about shooting again. That's a huge save after just Hair Wires basically just handed the ball over to St. Catharines, and Pace was gone when he saw that chance. Big chance, big opportunity for the Shockwave. Can't take advantage. Wiles at the top over to Van Every. He goes in, nobody on him, but Clayton turns that one aside pretty easily. The pass doesn't connect with Patterson as he's run into. And they're going to say through the crease there, and playing the ball was the St. Catharines player. So Paris with possession. 4:45 to go. They lead by 1. McMahon has it. They would love an insurance marker here. Dumont on him. That's a couple of wily veterans. McMahon will bounce it ahead, leading Curran nicely. McPrade thought about going after it, but knew he would have left a wide open lane to the net if he missed. Did that one go off anyone? No, it missed. Pike's shot goes up out of play, and it will be St. Catharines' possession. LaPrade, little stutter stepping across. Hard pass up to Becker. Josh Becker, who played some of the Rochester Nighthawks. There's a guy with NLL talent. There's Pace on the back door trying to even things up. Searle's going to run onto it. Pace tracking him down. Great work by Searle to get over center. He's got some room. Sees Olbicus, decides that's not the man he needs to get it to, and throws it to Burke. Olbicus will head off, as will Searle. Keene along the boards, taking his time. You don't want to sit on a 1-goal lead here, so you can see Paris still getting ready to attack. Curran to Keene. Harris with the D, and then Slade with the block, which I don't think he's too happy about. That took him right in the foot. Burke's shot off of Abrams, but snagged by Brooker Muir. He had Wiles coming off the bench, but not really much of a lane to get it to him. There's Neufeld from outside. He scored one earlier. This time he's going to come inside. That one somehow again stopped by Clayton. I don't even know where the ball is. It's still in the pad. Clayton, the first save, and then the second one coming across the crease, gets in his pads, and he just runs out of trouble. 3:10 to go. Paris up by 1, 10-9. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League playoff action on JVI Sports Network. Hairwires with the ball, 18 on the shot clock. Burke, Pitchell up on him, trying to slip underneath. Pitchell stays with him. They switch it up as Muir picks him up, 5 to shoot. Trying to feed it through to either Hairwires or Curran. Didn't get to either of them, and the shot clock expires eventually. St. Catharines already had it. Muir, it's actually a pretty athletic play to catch that ball. That was a tricky pass. He made it look easy. And then he drops the ball. He'll just let it roll to Cam Seneca. There's a big pick by Torrey Van Everett, and then the hard shot. We're going to have a penalty called. .2:25 to go, and Paris up by 1. St. Catharines has been called for an illegal cross-check on Anthony Patterson among all the players, kind of banging around in the middle there. What a chance for Paris to get some insurance here. Burke has it, gets a pick from Keene. No roll as he kind of ran right around it. The pass down to Kern doesn't connect. Oh, Abrams had it for a second. He gets away. He thought he had it. Now he does as he pulls it back in. Outlet pass to Harris. Slade is going to go to the bench. He was trying to decide which one he wanted to do, go to the bench or run to the net. Now they get it to Becker. There's Wiles off the bench. Better 25-second difference. And there's a shot by Wiles. I was going to say they've got to kind of try and score on this shorthanded situation because there won't be a lot of time left at the end. Slade is watching Mitchell, kind of daring him to go to the net. The best case scenario there for St. Catharines was a quick shot and getting possession back. Mitchell makes the right decision, doesn't let Slade goad him into it. There's Keene behind the net. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Burke to Hairwire, sidearm shot. Hard rebound comes straight out to Pike, and they're going to use the 30. 1:15 on the game clock, 48 now on the penalty. Pike to Kern and gets it back. Hairwires is up top. Kern all alone down low. What a save by Abrams. Goes low, then gets big and high to stop Kern as he tried to tuck it over him. Fresh 30. They can kill all but the last 34 seconds here of the game clock. They've got 27 left on the penalty. 15 on the shot clock. Burke takes a look. They're waiting. 10 on the shot clock. Keene has it. 8, 7. You can hear the coach yelling, let's go, and they score! They work the stall and finish to perfection. Pass diagonally across the floor. Kern gets it, and it is against the mesh of the back of the net before you can say Bryden Kern. Definitely a defensive emphasis. Seneca wins it to himself. Pulls it out. Burton's on him. 32 seconds left. Bounces away from LaPrade, but he gets it. Extra attack. Nope, they're not going extra attacker. Slade passes it down. LaPrade can't get it. Medeiros is on him. Down by the feet of LaPrade. He tries to pull it out. Now Pace gets there. It's still being battled for. Comes loose. Oh, great effort by Muir. There's a timeout by St. Catharines. Attacker, she's going to come in and they're going to try and get something quick. It's Becker shooting. It's high. Grabbed by Seneca. 3 on the shot clock. He dives, and the ball is whipped the length of the floor. It's going to go wide, but that'll be it. The final score will be Paris 11, St. Catharines 9. The Riverwolves will advance. Oh, they're still chatting about it. Oh, maybe we got to play it a little more. There's only 1.4 seconds. That will be they're going to run it. 11-9, Paris wins over the St. Catharines Shockwave. Terrific game on both these teams' parts. The Paris Riverwolves will advance to the final to face the winner of the Whitby Steelhawks and Toronto Monarchs. That'll be Sunday afternoon. I'm Steven Stamp. This has been Arena Lacrosse League playoff action on JVI Sports Network.